Okay, hi, good morning, everybody. Can you hear me loud and clear? Yes, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me loud and clear. Thank you. All right, it's a great start of the week once again. Now, today, just take note, today is a US holiday, all right? So let me just get myself ready because there's a lot of things ongoing. I'm trying to get the best out of it. Yeah.
How to turn your $600 stimmy into $13,000.
All right. Okay, all right. So let's just begin this morning MAO. Let me just switch my screen over. All right, can everybody see my PowerPoint? If you just give me a thumbs up. Can you see my PowerPoint? Okay. Okay. All right. Can you see? That's good. Okay. All right. 18th of January 2021, Monday. Trade with the boys. Morning MAO. All right. MAO stands for Morning Market Analysis and Outlook. Okay. Will the Kraken ever be released? Now, how many of you all know what is Kraken? What is Kraken? When you see this on the movie, which particular movie have you seen this thing before? Anybody? Come on, type in the group chat right now. Have you seen this? You know what is it all about? Clash of the Titans. Yes, Clash of the Titans. We saw that. Anymore? One very powerful series whereby everybody will love the orchestra music, background music. Whenever this movie come out, Deep Sea. Is that a movie? Sorry about that. Marvel? Nope. Which movie that has this very nice orchestra music, background music? When you come out yourself, you always get wowed about effect. Anybody? Correct. Pirates of the Caribbean. Yes, indeed, as well. Right. The Kraken was released back then. All right. Okay. Don't worry. Okay. Anyway, before we start this morning, once again, everybody, please keep your disclaimer right now, because there's lots of information to share with you. All right, today a little bit more on economics. All right, so maybe some people may find it a little bit hard to digest, but don't worry, I try to make it as simple as possible if I can do it. All right, again, I'm no expert in this field. I am just an ordinary A-level student, okay, on economics, but I just love to read. Okay, this is my Pacific Rim. Oh, is it Pacific Rim got Kraken? I think so too, right? Yeah, I think. Okay, thank you, Ali, for participating. All right, thank you, Cynthia, for participating. Okay, Penta Oprah. Okay, I don't think the Kraken there. Okay, guys, I have about 103 people. I need another 5 more to go to hit my 50. Come on, guys, 5 more to go. All right, today I'll be taking a little break because why the US markets are available, right? So it's fine. Okay, we are hit our 50. Thank you once again. I need to hit my minimum half of you guys online so that at least if any dispute, you can have at least half of you guys helping me on that. Okay, so let's just begin. Now, do note today is the US public holiday. All right, apparently today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So the NYSE, the NASDAQ, the bonds market are all closed. Okay, so this one, you can actually go to Google. You can get it. If you want to take a screenshot right now, you can go ahead. So not every public holiday, the three markets will close. Like example, Good Friday and Friday before Memorable Day, all these, the bond market closes only half day. All right, so do take note of all this, like, day after Thanksgiving, day before Christmas Eve and stuff like that, okay? So this is a very good one. Okay, very good one. So today, three markets are closed. So what do you expect to see? Hey, how come the US futures open? Now, do understand this, that the futures market will still open, all right? The cash market will be closed, okay? So take note of that, all right? Okay, so what is the Kraken? This is the Kraken. It's supposed to be a so-called a long time ago mystical creature that have all the tentacles that's so big and so large. Now, of course, you say, come on, man, Cal, it's all bullshit. This is not real. Well, but my point is this, then what is real then? I mean, this is all drawings passed down from many centuries ago. And of course, if people see, people draw. I mean, people are this, and it's not only that one country saw it, it's several countries around the Pacific saw this particular creature. So you cannot deny that. Doesn't mean that you cannot find the so-called the skeleton. It doesn't exist, right? Just like dinosaur like that. So anyway, of course, there are some movies like Clash of Titans, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man Chest. That was where it appears. Okay, but of course, what is it meant for the financial market to us then? It is because of this. Apparently, Donald Trump himself, his ex-lawyer, apparently says that she wants to release the Kraken, and that is a lot of information. In fact, 200 pages worth of how this whole election got, okay, I won't use the word because apparently it's all right. I realize a lot of YouTubers now is actually mentioning that their YouTube channel or their videos are being deleted because of certain things. So I will try to avoid certain words right here, but I think you understand, okay? All right, so what is happening is that this lady is Miss Powell. She's basically having a lot of conspiracy theories in her mind. Apparently, she says that a lot of stuff for the election it's not real. And of course, she's supposed to release this information, okay? And it's because Biden won the election because of this particular word here, the C word here. Now, this C word actually is ongoing right now in the US election field. Many, we've been repeating the country and the so-called how they run their policy, right? So apparently now this is what is ongoing right now. And of course, with this ongoing, we are seeing this happening. So what is happening, say that now, I told you guys this last week, I told you the way the people rush into the Capitol building doesn't look normal people to you, right? So of course you can see the way they clashes, the way they do their hand signals. It doesn't really seem to be very ordinary folks. And of course the way they went in was also, unless you're own people, right? You know why the police opened the door or the gate so openly. So a lot of things doesn't make a lot of sense, but it finds a little bit funny though. So you can see now on all the so-called slightly lower than mainstream media are all covering saying that, right? The Capitol rioters communicated using military hand signals, okay, by the law enforcement officer. So they can see that, hey, come on, man, I saw this before. So apparently now it seems to be really the rioters has some, not all of them came from DT, all right, seem to be, all right. But again, so now we're seeing that, wow, 25 to 26,000 troops are going down to protect the inauguration. Now you should know that, right, the last time when Donald Trump became a president, right, the Democrat was pissed, but still let him go on to. They only sent 8,000 troops on that day. All right. Prior to that, Barack Obama is about 10,000. The question is why Joe Biden, they need to have 26,000 troops. Wow. Okay. That is incredible. Now, I wonder, protect who? Number two, I repeat, all right. Apparently it says that, right, this military are sent by the Pentagon. So my question is, Pentagon, who gave the instruction then? Okay, so, and the thing is this, okay, why so many? Is it really necessary? I mean, let's be upfront here. Unless we're talking about millions of people coming down to surround DC, if not itself, right, why you need that many people? So you can see that the barricades are all up already. You can see pretty clear and on high alert. All right, about 25 to 26,000 troops are all surrounding this area. All right, and then you can see that the way all the fence up, but there's a little bit of this conspiracy theory on the side is that the way the kid is being locked and the way the so-called barricades is being faced, it looks like more like, keeping the people inside than going protecting from people from outside. Okay, but again, I'll leave it there. So Donald Trump confirmed is boycotting Biden inauguration by exiting early. He's going to leave now to join base Andrew in Maryland, apparently. All right. So some officials are saying that it's going to be an elaborate send-off. Okay. I mean, that's good for him though. But again, he got a bit too quiet. And of course, we cannot see any news from any Twitter or social media, right? So it's a big question mark right here. So while this is ongoing, let's do note itself, right? Even though these people are coming out to serve and protect the country, 43 National Guards are down with the COVID-19 already. Okay, so I hope they all wear masks. I think they're all wearing, so that's good, okay? But on the flip note itself, right, in a single week, 9 Catholic bishops was down with COVID, and apparently, unfortunately, they went off, all right? So of course, this is nothing to do with financial market. It just, I happen to pick it up. I just want to share this with you that COVID-19, no joke, okay? No joke at all, right? No joke at all. You really need to really stay focused, protected, and make sure that you get yourself prepared, okay? So I was wondering, if let's say there's going to be any clashes on that day, on the 20th of January, all right, then what will happen? It's going to be, the virus is going to kill the people, not the confrontation. And if that happens, right, seriously, the country will get in the worst state. So that's my point here itself. And that's the reason why I'm sharing all this. So the thing is that now US is holding a lot of grudges against the country, China, for their activity with the virus. Apparently, now there came out some official media or official statements that say that they believe that the Wuhan Institute of Virology is the one that really did it. And they have many good reasons and stuff like that. So that is the reason why there is an ongoing, a little bit of undercurrent unhappiness between these two countries. Now, of course, on the very conspiracy theory, once again, there's a reason why now you can see that, why this the D party is right, is seemingly very supportive and try to make sure that DT get out of the way, because DT was pretty pissed with the C country, right, one moment. So of course the C country want to get this thing off their chest, or at least off their shoulder, so they must make the other party wins. And that's why you can see that, right, a lot of things is happening right now, and apparently the C money is the one that is seemingly funding the whole exercise. And of course, look at what happened in Hong Kong. It seemed to be the same thing. So that's why my point is this: if there is going to be any roadmap to all this thing itself, it does seem to be like there's a lot more than just between internal party. It's seemingly pretty clear that there are some involvement with other countries together to ensure that certain thing is not labeled onto. So all I can say is that it is pretty interesting here. So of course, all this is out, right? Whether this Kraken will be released on the 20th of January, which the market is public, is speculating, because they look at it now. Basically, from law, it seems that there's no way that DT can win. So the other one is you have to put in something more than that. So you need to come in with more stuff. Okay, so watch out for that. 19th and 20th of January this week is going to be a crazy week. Traders, you just have to peel your eyes on the market. Okay. So of course, you can see a lot of ministers are now all resigning. Not too sure why. All right, a lot of ministers are resigning. Not only these two, in fact, total there are 7 different governments have their PMs, their higher management has already left. Okay, so why? I'm not too sure. I can't find any link here, but it's happening. And of course, we want to show to you how the blackout were. Of course, there was some incredible rumors that the Pope was being kidnapped, but I don't think it's true. I check that it's not. So a lot of speculation ongoing, all this blackout, minister resigning, all these sort of things is going to be all noises. So stick with the market, that'll be better. Anyway, I'm just showing you right now, that's all. Okay, so what we saw on last Friday was the Dow Jones dropped by 150 points after a losing week. This is interesting. The losing week is the thing that I want to talk about, okay? So apparently the reason was because that the market has really heard what Joe Biden has to say, right? The $2 trillion or $1.9 trillion package. So it's more of like, since the thing is met, let's sell the news. I said that before, and it really happened. And based on what's going on itself, right, with the stimulus package, federal easy policy, and vaccination, all this looks good. So of course, people in the market bought in anticipation. Hence, therefore, now take profit. So I told you guys on last Friday, it will behave like that and really spot on. So of course, during the Friday's trading morning, we saw JP Morgan Chase, Citigroup, Wells Fargo, all of them came out better than expected earnings. But interestingly, even though the earnings was good, it beat expectation, but the stock price came off. Okay, that is why I say this is how typically things go. When when people buy, you buy on anticipation. When things happen, when the news come up, they do the other way around. Now, there's two ways to look at it. One is just temporarily. The other one is because they did it on purpose and they know that going forward, there will be more problem coming soon. That's why they pump and pump and pump. And that's why the day when Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan was going up in a vertical line, it's like 35 degrees line, I keep on telling traders to book their profit. And I hope you've done that. So of course, usually when these sort of strategies go online, I don't really bother. But this particular chap, right, caught my attention because what he says. So let's look at what he says. I had a video, but I think it's a bit long, so I just go to the screenshot of that. So what he says is that this guy is, I can't pronounce his name, Shaman, but I don't know how to pronounce the fun word, so I don't say that. Okay, he says that, right, apparently for 2020, despite the pandemic, the stock market gained 13%. Now, do note, at one stage itself, the stock market was down by almost 36%, at one stage, 36%, and yet it grew up by 13%. So in short, from the lowest point to the highest point, up by almost 50%. Wow, crazy, right? While the pandemic is still ongoing. That's the crazy part. So why is it so? Obviously, Federal Reserve, the easy money has got into the market. Everybody keep on buying, keep on buying, keep on buying. And because of that itself, the Russell 2000 is a record high level. Russell 2000 is all the small company shares. Huh? Later on, I'll show you about how the small company business really works. And of course, now he's saying that the stimulus campaign will likely continue, pandemic ending soon since of the evaluation, and of course saving to come down. Okay, so basically he expects more money to be pumped into the system. So okay, fine. So you can see it's very bullish at one point, but of course he says that right, the inflation have been idle for some time already. So it likely be awoken by the depopulation of the deglobalization, declining productivity, and rising debt. Now, which means in short itself is that right, the global earnings are not there, and the rising debt obviously is there. So the thing is that of course you say interest rate is low itself, that there is no much cost, but still people borrow money. All right. So people, when people borrow the money, they loan this money and then they will use it for business. And it's a little bit like what you're seeing back in Thailand in 1987. So it's a little bit like that itself. This part I added in, okay? So my point is this: when you have easy Fed money or easy central bank money, yeah, you're trying to stimulate the economy. But the thing is this: if the economy doesn't continue and inflation comes in, right, this is going to be a big trigger point. So apparently it's right. Let me show you this very nice. I know that your eyes are all on this pretty lady, right? Let me show you what is this video all about first. Okay, relax a little bit. Right? All the guys, I can see your eyes are all looking on the right side. Okay, let me just show you this video and what is it all about. This is interesting. I screen capture it. Hold on. Let me just bring it up. Okay, hold on. Where are you? Hold on. Okay. There we go.
How to turn your $600 stimmy into
Okay, you need to
13
turn on your
grand.
volume
Start
up a little bit.
investing in 2021.
Now better? Can you hear my voice now? Okay, okay. Not too sure why again. Okay, anyway, this is a pretty simple Instagrammer who basically tell you that she's making money, and she tell you that, buy Bling at 189 is 42.75. You buy SQ, not the Singapore share, SQ is at 217 now. You buy Tesla, wow, you buy $86 back then, now you're like super rich, So it's basically telling you that right now is a great time to buy shares and stuff like that. And this is the same thing we've seen before. Every time when we see the millennium, the young kiddos are all coming in, sorry, my bad. young guys coming in and say that it's time to buy into shares and stuff like that. You know that this is the starting point of a euphoria or at the euphoria peak itself. And that is why I want to pick this up for you. Okay, she's an Instagrammer. So if you want to find out more about her, you can go and find her. This is her Discord, right? Is it Audrey Stacks? Okay. Okay, so go and find her if you are interested. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, indeed. It's just like the shoe shine boy again. The same thing repeating. There's something that is going nutcase, right? So, okay, guys, apology for the sound. Not too sure what happened. I'll post this video up on Trade the Boys Facebook page later. Okay, all right. This is the steamy. Okay. Okay, so now let me just explain a little bit on why is the US market so hot. So when the economy is weakness, there's weakness there. There's two things they can do. One is a fiscal policy. One is a monetary policy. So fiscal expansion versus monetary expansion. So to make it simple for people here, okay. Apology if I do this wrongly. Also, please, have an apology. Right? So this is done by the government. Okay, this is done by the federal. Okay, so the federal will make sure that they will do like lower interest rate and then generate more supply of cash bonds into the market, and that usually will push valuation in a way higher. Okay, so Federal Reserve coming to all the money, right? So now the amount is $7.6 trillion. Okay, as of today. All right, the government, they will do is that they will do more spending, all right, more cost cutting, and try to push up the earnings too. Okay, so that is the policy, and you have all the stimulus check that's ongoing right now, the so-called the $2 trillion. So you can see that as long as you do both of them, the government and the Federal Reserve or central bank, both of them are pushing and pushing and pushing, then of course, based on economic 101, the stock market has only one way to go, it's up one. Okay, that's something that you must understand. So that's the reason why I said this before. I said that based on current valuation now, the market is definitely at a very high level. It doesn't make any more sense to buy at this particular price. But in general basis, the stock market, with these two factors are there to support the market, it really cannot come down. So I'm going to say as a statement right here is this. Now the stock market obviously is at a very high level whereby the GDP numbers are ridiculous. But I mean, the so-called the market cap versus GDP is ridiculous level. Hence, therefore, a pullback of some significant between 10 to 15% will make some good breathing space for people to return the money back to the government. Okay, and then when that comes down, it becomes a point of now this price is worth it. Then the government, all this money will come back in again, and that will bring the stock market even higher because of these two involvement. Okay, so you got my point now yourself. There should be a fairly good correctional pullback, really, to give the valuation a little breather. It's too hot already, you know, pull it back down, and then after that, right, at a good price, they will come back in again to stimulate the economy and push the market higher. Okay, all right. Is it CNBC calling people to use the stimulus to invest? Well, it doesn't make no sense, because why? Putting the money now into the saving account doesn't yield anything at all, and to buy bonds, even the rate is too low. Now, to buy into grocery and food stuff, of course, is something a necessity lah. But apparently now they're telling people to buy stocks lah. So that's why I always tell you this: every transaction is always a buyer and a willing seller. So if cost with the market now is so high, obviously what will happen? People like the young kiddos, the millennium will be buying into the market because they think that it's cheap to buy. They are being sold of the dream that they can see how much this share can go up. Then the negative will be the institutional will sell the market. Then after that, obviously the price will pull down. Then this young millennium will cut their losses, and then the big boys just coming in to buy again. So it's always like that. Never change and never will change. All right. So that's why what we can learn from history is that people don't learn from history. You got it. Okay. So you might got my point. So this is explain to you why until to date the market is like that. But do understand this for monetary policy and fiscal policy, right? These two, although now it's very clearly in the system, but they haven't activated yet. So that's the point here. The market is buying in ahead of what is happening. So until these two comes in, really, the money comes in, there should be no more other positive stuff. So if anything happen in between, any black swan happen, then the market will pull back significantly. But because of the commitment from the both party, the market will again stand ground and go up later. Okay, got it? All right, so that is to explain to you guys why the market kept on going up really without stopping. Okay, so the Dow Jones, we can see on Friday, it came down initially, then after that, it found a base. So we'll show the chart later. And then after it recovered almost to the opening price before it taper off towards the last end hour, right? There's something unusual on a Friday because normally Friday we see push up, but of course it's a long weekend. Maybe there's a reason. Maybe it's an inauguration. Also, there's another reason. So now what we saw is that the mainstream media are pretty positive. They say that Tesla have a healthy pullback. They say that, right, okay, there's no problem. Things are going to be good. Even the bank shares came down, right? They say that it's okay, stuff like that. So that is the positiveness in the stock market right now. But of course, we are different. We trade with the market, right? So yes, on Friday, I mentioned, right? On Friday, I mentioned that if the Dow Jones breach below 30,983, the Dow Jones will come down, right? Remember, those who remember that I said this 30,983, that if the Dow Jones breaks 30,983, the Dow will come down. If you remember that key Dow, DOW right now, if you remember what I said on last Friday. All right, let me take a quick screenshot of your posting. Okay, let's just do this. Yeah, thanks, guys. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, thank you. All right. So the thing is that we are not only just seller, we are always buyer. We do give buy call, we give sell call, we give both side call in short. So when the market break P2, break below OP, no matter how, you're always a seller. It's something that we always know, all right? And I told you guys before. So I also tell you that, right, if the Dow Jones close below, all right, okay, below, then there is a fair possibility that Dow may even test the next KCB level at 30,380, all right? So of course, it's still a bit far from now, but still based on chart, it is a possibility. So let's take a look on the 15-minute chart on last Friday to recap. So last Friday, you can see once the Dow went below the pivot 2 and below the opening price, straight away, you don't need to ask me, guys. I've been saying this like a broken recorder. And the thing is this, what is beautiful of a system is that you do hear me repeating like a broken recorder almost every other time. So which means that, right, it's not like what you saw in other systems whereby you can only apply what you learned for a short moment of time and then it doesn't work anymore, or it doesn't repeat. But for our system itself, it literally repeats. So as long as you can ignore everything, but you can trade the classic trades, is that above OP, above P1, you buy, below P2, below OP, you sell. That's it. You concentrate on this type of trading, you make money. So you can see that we are not the only one in the world no P2, right? Look at it, my goodness. Now, of course, take something to note. Recently, my friend from Germany asked me this question. He said, Kel, the pivots that you have and the pivots in the market, is it the same? I can tell you 100% no, they are not the same. Now, the regular pivot is basically what they do is they do moving averages to create a pivot, or what they do is that they do crossover of moving average to create a pivot, or they basically use some technical like overbought, oversold indicator or some candlestick formation to create pivot. Okay, these are all the traditional way to create pivot. Nothing wrong, as long as you make money, it's fine. But the one that we use is a mathematic formula. It's a mathematic formula. And this formula itself, what it does is that it combines the musical scores of the stock market or the market itself. So if you want to know how this pivot is being created, at least a little story about it, you can go to our Trade with the Boys revision, okay, for our own members only. You can go and Google it. You can go and go through the list under pivots. I did share my story over there. So what you see right here is if you actually missed the morning trade, you can do this. CCYR breaks below OP, breaks below pivot 2, and you look at it, oh my goodness, it touches this beautifully, and then bang, it went down. So as you can see, as long as the market stays below OP and do a CCYR throughout the whole entire day, you're going to be profitable. That's the beauty of it. And there's a reason why we tell you after 11 to 12 p.m. AM, 12 p.m., 11 p.m. to 12 a.m., right? we mentioned to you, don't trade anymore because that is where the market get a little bit dicey. And of course, all the robots comes in, you don't want to get involved there. Okay, so if you trade properly during the GTH hours, which is this period of time, I'm quite sure you're gonna make good money from the market. Okay, all right, so that is the recap of last Friday. Now, now I did a very special trade with the boys video, and that is only for our own members. All right, and I talk about the current situation of the global liquidity with the MSCI World. I mentioned why is everybody so bullish, it's getting two-way complacent. And I also mentioned to you itself, right, how the multiples and the earnings are not doing the not moving in the right way. And this is usually a very telltale sign that there will be a correction coming out in about 10 to 15% magnitude in the due period. All right. So again, I told you guys the fat lady is already on the stage, and I believe that she's already humming, getting ready. Okay. Sorry, I can't sing to help myself, but I'm trying to say that this is really happening. So traders, you really must be careful. So all this is the video, and it's available on the Trade the Boys revision group. So if you want to watch this, go online and watch this, all my members. Now, for non-members, if you really want this video, then go for become my member. Just simply pay for the membership fee at 1688, and then you are able to watch this powerful video. I'm sure that after watching this video, you can make more money than the 1688. I mean, your course is free. All right, think about this, okay? But of course, to share for today, I can tell you that the NAAIM, okay, the NAAIM Exposure Index basically means that all the companies specialized in fund management in US, they reported that, oh my God, the numbers is again 3 times the same level. Now, every time when this number hits about 106 figure, you know, all right, okay, it's like this, okay, whenever it hit the high point, the market will basically pull back. So now we are again at this level. Now, this is all the very important data that you must take note, because why? It has its functionality. You can see right now the Russell 2000 is really at the high point now. This is ridiculous. Look at where it went. It was at the low end, and then it shoot all the way top. This is crazy. This is never seen before the last 40 years. Okay, last 40 years, never seen before. So guys, don't take the risk. I know that a lot of people have been texting me on the site, Cal, can we buy this stock, buy that stock itself, like NEO and all this thing? And I've been saying this, my friends, the valuation at this moment now is really ridiculous. Wait for a pullback, it will come down, and then you buy from bottom again. It makes more sense, all right? You don't want to be caught at top. Then after the price comes down, you don't have the money to buy more. Now, do not, once again, I don't repeat myself like a broken recorder. With Biden inside there itself, seriously, they will do a lot of stimulus across the board. They will do it, okay? They will. So, but then the thing, if this current price now, do you think you want the rich people now to go and buy at the current price now? They won't. So there will be a transition whereby the retailers, the millenniums, the people who jump in to buy stock because they think that it's going to go up higher, and the big boys will unload. That's why I say the fat lady is humming right now. You can see that from the chart view itself, it's happening, okay? When she go loud, oh my goodness, you will know what will happen, okay? So anyway, you can see, so I tell you guys, this is from Bloomberg, the Consumer Comfort Index for age 60, they are really very discomfort level. Now again, if you think that Bloomberg is fake, then no choice then. Now you can see that they are really, really uncomfortable. The older folks are really uncomfortable. The weekly personal finance is really at the low end, despite all the stimulus have been putting into the system. Because why? If the business are coming down, the COVID is ongoing, the numbers increasing, the people are not certain at all, there's no way the economy can recover. Seriously, the only thing that is basically showing the economy is recovering is stock market that is being pumped and pumped and pumped. But there will be a point whereby it must stop. So that's the reason why you can see the small business job index is at ridiculous level, and we are back to 2009 and lower. We are lower than 2009 time. My God, okay, this is crazy, my friends. So now we're talking about more than $3.6 trillion pumped into the system, and the current business not doing well, of course. So that's the reason why I'm informing you guys, the fat lady is definitely on the stage and she's humming already, okay? It's the third time I'm saying this, you know, that's it, okay? Think about it. All right, so do not, if you want to learn more stuff, do join us ASAP, okay? Okay, a bit of marketing right now. Sorry. Okay, so we have done with the downside. Let's look at the stock market right now. Wow, okay, let's take a look. Okay, yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me bring out the Dow. Now, this is the Dow again. I've been showing you guys stuff like that. Okay, and this is crazy. My goodness. Shit, look at it. How crazy is this? My God, pardon my language, man. Look at it. Look at it. I mentioned on Friday that the Dow will have some support at 30,600. Remember, I said that the Dow will be supported at 30,600. And look at the Dow. The Dow came down to 30,612. My God. And then it rebounded. Oh, shit. So this MA30 is really ridiculous, powerful, accurate, and definitely usable. So traders, now I'm going to tell you this today, the number will be here. Okay, the number will be here. Right, that is 30,620. Okay, I'll write it down for you guys. I'm going to write it down for you. Okay, 30,620. Now, recently I've been watching a lot of my fellow trainers, people that are in this field, They say that they make a lot of money, 5 digits, 6 digits, and stuff like that. So my question is how about their own students then? Right, for me, it's very simple. I do this with no expectation of profits from you guys. I'm not expecting you to give me hang paos, I'm not giving you money, and I don't charge you, all right? So if you actually profit from this market and you make money, it's all yours to keep. So that is the difference here. I really come with the heart, right? We have a business right here, but still we want you to make money on your own. Okay, that's very important. So if the market really comes to those technical points and you profit from it, right? Please do me a little favor, tell your friends, okay? Now I want to warn this now on the flip note, okay? Every time the MA got triggered there, you can see potently every time the market will rebound. So the last 1 month, at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in a way 9. Okay, 9 times the market has technically rebounded on this. Okay, rebounded on this. So what does it tell me? It tells me a very important thing is that if the market any day really close or trades below the MA30, the selling will be significant. You have heard me loud and clear. I repeat myself once again. If any day, at any time, all right, the Dow Jones though go below the MA30 and stay below it, right, the selling will be of significant. So you really must take note of that. Okay, guys, I already said this many times already. You better put this somewhere in your chart. Okay. Now, of course, different broker will have different numbers, so I cannot say which is better. You make your own call. Okay, guys, heard me? Everybody heard me? If you heard me, please key number 1 right now in the Zoom group chat. Okay. Now, someone texts me on the side while you're doing this. They say, Kel, by giving free gift, you won't get students because students will people will come in, the public member will take a free gift and they will never appreciate you. They said, you're giving a free bite here. Yes, I think through all that, it makes some sense though. That's why there is a very high chance now, the morning MAO itself is only for students of mine, all right? Only for students of mine. So that's why, guys, if you really want to, if you enjoy my morning MAO, then quickly join in, all right? You don't want to miss my morning MAO. It's going to be profitable, okay? So high chance, yes, from low chance to now high chance, okay? This is the market news today. Okay, now on the conventional side itself, right, I did a little bit of redrawing on my conventional chart. So I take this point here, the high, the low to low, and then extended it. I take the second line now here, the low to low, extended it. Wow, look at it, okay? So what I'm trying to say is this, over 3 separate occasions, when the RSI hits the 70 marker, there seems to be a pullback, right? But this time around, the market is even higher than not, but the RSI is nowhere near the 70 marker. So the question is it because there's more upside to go? Possible. It is possible that the market hasn't really finished its run yet. So that means that there will be another wave coming in. But on the contrary, there's something on the side here. Watch these guys. Now, if you look carefully now back in February time, okay, February, you see this guy? Now, in February itself, you can see very clearly that the RSI was going downwards, right? But the stock market went higher. Can you see now? That means that the stock market went even higher, all right, compared to January, but the RSI did not really follow. So this take about RSI at a high for it to pull back. Apparently itself don't really concurs, put it this way. So what you're seeing right now is that, is it the same thing? Because now if there's a deja vu effect, if there's going to be a deja vu effect, what you're seeing right now is this, whereby the market basically hits the RSI high. So we saw that happening. Then the market go to new time high, which the market did went to new time high. And then after that, the RSI is lower. The RSI now theoretically is lower. So is this going to be a deja vu where things going to happen again? I can't be sure. But I would like to do something, a little drawing for you live right now. I purposely left a line there. Now you see this. This is a very powerful trend line that you can see over here. 1, 2, 3. Then the market do a pullback at this point here, and then when new high, right? So you look at it now again, you can see it's actually doing the same thing. The market went below it, and then after it pulls back, creates a new high, and then now we are here. So look at it, guys. There is a very incredible deja vu potential. Okay, deja vu means that there is a chance that this triangle may be forming. All right. So guys, this is a much bigger triangle. So I'm going to tell you up front here. Okay. Now we're going to zoom right in to see this line better. Okay. You can do this. You can draw on your own. You know, all this thing is free anyway. So what I'm trying to say is this: if any day, I don't know which day would that be, if any day the Dow Jones goes below the first trend line, then I can tell you this: the Dow will go and trip the 30,000 rather fast. Okay, I repeat this myself one more time. If the Dow Jones do break below any time the trend line here, based on deja vu effect potential, it will first trip below 30,000, and the first incredible strong resistance turn support level, okay, incredible, is at 29,600. Okay, 29,600. Okay, this is something that I want you to take note of that. So everybody now can take out your calculator right now. Calculator, you can do a very simple math with me very fast. Okay, the high of the Dow Jones recently, it was not on this day, it's this day. This particular day is a BMB, by the way. So that basically confirms my next worry. So this high itself is at 31,254, 31,254. Okay, I'm going to write it right for you. 31,254. So if you multiply this by 0.95, which is 5%, so you get a number. What number do you get? Anybody can tell me? Thank you, Janet. I appreciate that. Thank you, Janet. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. So you can see now it's all right. 29,691 is the mathematic formula. Hey, wow! The mathematic formula itself is 29,691, and it's basically wow, really in coincide with the line that I just draw. Okay, I did not draw this because of the mathematics. I draw this based on technical support level, and apparently it seems to be in line. So I'm trying to say is this: if anything come in itself, right, the first support will be around here itself, and that's 29,600 series. Huh, Kel? Now we're talking about 30,700. We're talking about 1,000 point drop here itself. Yes, there's a potential of 1,200 points drop in the near term future. Okay, of course you may say, Kel, but it's inauguration. Exactly my point. Now, when Biden goes into the White House, the first 100 days is for him, his people, his chief of staff, and everybody in. He need to put all his good people in. There will be a lot of reshuffling back then. So take note as well, the first 100 days, usually the market will the first 15 days actually, the market will not really like it. Okay, so if you actually have been following me, you will know that itself. So traders, just be careful. Today's a holiday, remember that. All right, someone just tell me, say, Cal, maybe, you know, makes the MAO continue. All right, then after that, right, then the public members will really appreciate that. Okay, thanks. Okay, I will take that in consideration. Thank you for the person who gave me the site PM. All right, appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Okay, there's a lot of good stuff coming in. Okay, I wanna just give me a short moment. Let me just do some little technical stuff. Okay, thank you. Okay, all right, how many actually? Wow, 134, not too bad for a morning. Okay, all right, let's continue. Okay, so we have the Dow Jones on the conventional chart sharing. Okay, weekly chart wise, wow, I told you guys it'll be a black candle. It happens. But what is scary was the way it closes. Oh my goodness, look at it. The way it closed is perfect, man. It's perfectly holding on my second line, the one that I recently draw, just to make sure that satisfy some people. So that particular line itself for last week was 30600, right? I told you before. So this week, 30630. Okay, 635, 630 there. So if the Dow Jones break below 30,630, be very, very careful. All right, so the milestone number is always a 500 series, right? Okay, 1,002 is too little, 4%. Well, you can make money from 4%. It's good money, my friend. That is, remember that. It's all about, money. So 4%, of course, is a minus 5% level. Then, of course, subsequently, if the number really go down to what I say, 10 to 15%, that's going to be different. So I believe that based on what we've seen previously, we may see a first pullback, then usually a recovery, and then the next one. Okay, all right. So we do bit by bit first. Borrow money from Chow first. That is the main thing you should do right now. That is the right focus. Okay. All right. So that is the Dow Jones for you on the daily chart. Let's look at our own conventional. Okay. Okay. Now today Today the opening price is actually above pivot one. Pivot one is 30686. So again, another same number there, 600 series. So now this could be upfront here. I'm not going to lie about it. If the market opening price today is above P1, then above OP, above P1 is a buy, right? You heard me loud and clear, it's a buy. But if the market goes below OP, then you cannot do any more trading because it will enter the neutral zone level. But once the market goes below P1, there might be some selling. Now, this selling can bring it all the way down to the KCB level, and that is 30380. 30380 marker. Can you see that? Now, of course, again, you may say, Kel, this is way, way, way pessimistic. Now, before you jump into conclusion, if you are my students, you probably heard me last Friday. What did I say about the closing below the cage support level? Now, today, MAO likely is going to give you free money today. You must listen to me clearly. Now, the closing price on last Friday was below the cage support level. So basically, we have seen this showing us many times. When the market closed below the cage support level the first time, the next day, the market has a very high chance to go down to revisit the low of the day itself. So what's the low of last Friday? What's the low of last Friday? Everybody take a look. Last Friday low was 30,612. So which means that last Friday, the low was 30612. Now, I'm going to say upfront here itself. If later on, if the Dow Jones do break below 30,686, there's a very high chance that the Dow will go all the way down to test 30,612 later. Okay, very high chance that this may be happening. And of course, if I told you that earlier, the 30,600 is a very critical support down there itself. There should be some instrumental bounce over there. So I'm not half surprised that if the Dow comes down later, goes below, trigger the 30,612, there might be some support at that moment. So short sellers and buyers, please stand by on both sides. Okay, this is solid, right? Really, very, very clear cut. Now, do note today the KSI is green in color. The day we always use the KSI the day before. So of course, that's why when the price pulls back, you look out for buying opportunity. All right. So if you look at now straight into our this 15-minute chart, we pull it down a little bit, you will realize that KTR -1 happened to be 30,639. So also nearby the level I just mentioned. So it seems to be later on, if the Dow ever pulls back below P1, the Dow to go down to 30,639 is a very high chance. So guys, you know what to do, all right? You are smart traders. With the KSI red in color, see the price goes up, but the KSI stay red. That means this is not a real buying in a way, all right? So do make note. Of course, today light trading hours, light trading, so just be cautious to the wind, okay? Anyway, I've said my point. I'm quite sure you guys got it, okay? If you got it, please key GOTIT. Got it. That means that you know what to do with the Dow later, all right? Now today, because today is a US holiday, there's a lot of remember low volume. So that's the reason why I want you guys, I spend a little bit more time with you guys so that you guys can profit from it. All right, all the way is very simple, guys. I just want you guys to make money. Because when you make money, it's much easier for you guys to tell your friends. I think that makes a lot of sense. Okay, it's a very simple business proposition here. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you. Okay, thank you for your got it. All right. Okay, let's continue. Someone text me, Kel, why are you so happy today? Well, I'm happy because I'm always happy. Okay, why? Keep myself positive, of course. Even not happy, I cannot show you, right? There's less than all the actor in the world. The way they're not happy, they still must present themselves very well. All right, so that is the Dow for you guys. Nasdaq, let's take a look. Nasdaq, I told you guys to take away Tesla. I'm sure you guys done it. All right, Tesla, what did it close, by the way, last Friday? Take a look. Tesla closed at 825. See, last Thursday, I told you take profit on Tesla 840. I hope you done that. Now 825. Now I believe Tesla will touch back 800 again. I believe that. So what you're seeing, this is not a very good sign, because this is the BNB, right? 12855. I told you before, if the Nasdaq break below 12855, Nasdaq will come down. Remember that 12855 repeated like a broken recorder many times. So if this is going to happen, Nasdaq will likely test back 12497 or about 500 series there. Okay, so watch out for this. If Nasdaq do come down, it has the potential to travel down all the way to 12497 level. Okay, so you heard me pretty loud and clear. All right. Okay, so of course, this is the MA. I want to show to you the MA. Look at it. Wow, today, look at it. The MA broke below the 12814. Now it's basically resisted perfectly at that level. Oh my goodness, look at it. 12809 is the Nasdaq MA30 today. 12809. So in short, if the Nasdaq stays below 12809, the Nasdaq will likely be on the way down. Okay, you heard me loud and clear. If the Nasdaq stays below 12809, the Nasdaq most likely will be traveling towards the south side today. Okay, got it? Okay, so yeah, the fat lady seem to be humming, right? Okay, so that is the Nasdaq on the conventional. Let's look at our own chart. Let's take a look right now. Okay, this Nasdaq, wait a minute, day chart. Okay, wow. Look at it, my God, look at it. This is the pivot one this morning. Anybody system at 7 a.m. will have seen that the pivot one will be ringing at you at 12807. 12807, right? And today's high, oh my goodness, 12807. Perfect. Today high is the pivot one. Oh my goodness. This is how crazy this system is. Oh my God. I mean, look at it. The Nasdaq basically hits that level and then it pulls back perfectly at 12807 and now it's trading lower. I mean, which system in the world can do such thing? It's crazy. It's really crazy. And the KSI is red. That means the market, there will be selling pressure at every recovery. So traders, be very careful. The first support for today itself, if the market stays below OP, there'll be 12,671. So that's the first support level for today. But if you go lower, incredibly, the pivot 2 level, 12620, and today's KCB at 12612 is very nearby each other. So this is a very important stack here. So what I'm going to say this subtly, if the Nasdaq, if there's going to be any crazy selling in the afternoon, you heard me, then the Nasdaq can come down very fast to all this technical level. Okay, yes, you heard me already. You heard my little tips of the day already. You heard me. I repeat one more time. If there's going to be any crazy selling in the afternoon, yeah, okay, you heard me. All right, heard me? Okay, you heard me. Hear the word heard. All right, guys, there's no things here, but I've seen this repeated many times. When I see this happening in the morning, you know that afternoon will be very interesting. S&P 500. Oh my goodness, look at it. Oh my goodness, look at it. How perfect is the MA30? Yes. So I tell you guys how this about the same thing repeatedly, right? The boy who cried wolf. All right, every time the boy who cried wolf. Okay, all looks good. So obviously now traders, please be on standby. Now this is very important. I will show you one very powerful chart in a very short time. Okay, if you stay on until to the end of this MAO, the last part itself, I will show you why today my voice is a little bit louder. There's one chart that you must really, really consider. Okay, stay all the way to the end of today's MAO. Don't leave. Okay, if you leave, then too bad. Okay, all right. So this is the MA telling me there's no much changes. So today S&P 500, the support level is 3749 still. No much changes. So 3749 will be the S&P support level. If the S&P goes below it, crazy. Oh my God, look at it. Oh shit, I didn't notice this. The low of today is 3749. Oh my God, I didn't notice that. Well, can buy total of 40 UA. 3749 now is the same level that I mentioned on MA30, and today's low is there. Okay, so traders, be very careful. All right, algorithm usually works during when people are not around. You know that, it always like that. Okay, algorithm, yeah. Okay, so S&P 500 in the weekly chart itself, I told you guys there should be some artificial support when you come back here, so don't worry. Under the day we look at it. Okay, all right, so that is S&P 500. Hang Seng, yeah, Hang Seng has finally pulled back down last Friday. I told you guys when Hang Seng hit 28,597. I told you guys how I get it from. This is a KCB level. Beautiful. Look at the KCB right here. Woohoo! Incredible. Look at it. It went down, hit the core perfectly, and now Hang Seng is pulling back off. So that's why you really need to have the system, my friends. You really need to have the system. Okay. So for Hang Seng, well, for it to come down, it's a real drastic drop here. The level for support is 27,430 level. Wow, that's a pretty far level, right? So now we are about 28,400. For it to drop is 1,000 point. Wow. So drop 1,000 point, I think the down need to drop at least 800 points. So okay, so that is something to take note of that. So a little bit too far-fetched at the moment, but again, anything can always happen. So traders, be careful. The MA 200 is at 25,500, so very far a point. So relax a little bit. Okay, so wait for a while. How about today then on our own vital charts here, our own Treat the Boys chart? Let's take a look. Where it goes? Hang Seng. Okay, here we go. Hang Seng today, the opening price is between the pivot 1 and pivot 2. So same thing, KSI is green. So traders, if Hang Seng do come down to -1 to -3, look out for buying opportunity instead if you want to buy. Okay, but if the Hang Seng breaks below 28,270, then there will be some selling, and I suspect it'll be under here. And that's about 27,800 series there. Okay, so traders just take note of that. It has to break 28,270. Okay, still a bit too early to call. All right, so that is Hang Seng for you. All right, remember that. Okay, hey, sorry, it's my, yeah, so screen still sharing, right? Okay, sorry, there's some technical. Okay, sorry. Can you hear me now? Still hear me, right? Yeah. Okay, so let me continue. All right. PowerPoint. Okay, so what you're seeing right now, this is the equities market. For the gold market, now I already tell you guys, gold, don't buy. You heard me. No screen sharing. All right, so I think there's some problem with wait. Yeah, I think so. Wait. Okay, I think got disconnected. Can you guys see my gold chart right now? Yes. Okay, can see now? Okay, okay. All right, thank you guys. Okay, so what you are seeing right now is that gold, I told you guys don't buy, and really it's really coming down pretty fast. So again, the question is, Kel, I thought that now the stock market is coming down, the gold should be buying. I say, no, it doesn't work that way, my friends. It doesn't really work that way. Okay, I said this many times already. There'll be time they decouple, there'll be time they get a couple, and they get couple in. So down, that's not the way. So gold prices now has fallen again. Last Friday, it fell by 1%. And now the analysts are calling for sell, looking at, oh my God, it's bearish and going to be downside, 1,008 and stuff like that. Now, last Friday, when I was in my office, the M trader, oh, my student will know who is she in a way. M trader came to office and we chit chat for a while. And she asked me, how's my view on gold? I said that if you already asked me, already asked me, I think 17++, 16++ will be the level that I'm more comfortable to buy gold. All right. I know that it sounds ridiculous bearish at this time round, but again, I have my own reason for that. And I asked her, and apparently we both have the same thing. She's still bullish in a way, but she don't mind buying a lot more when the price goes to that level. So you got my point here? Yeah, indeed. Okay, so that's why, guys, all my gold traders friend itself, right? If you are interested to go into gold trading for longer term, do join the 3G group. And of course, if she's buying also at the same time with us, I'll tell you more about that information. Okay, see, extra benefit for all of you. All right, so last Friday we saw gold. Oh my goodness. Now the accuracy of this system is really incredible. Look at it, okay? We told you guys 1854 is a very critical level for gold on last Friday. And then barely gold really hit 1854 beautifully and then reversed downwards. And not only reversed downward, I told you guys that gold will come down to 1825, and gold really went down to 1825 beautifully, as if that, you know, it's like it's all pre-scripted before the market started trading. And that happened itself beautifully. Okay, so now the thing is this. Now, before I show you the live chart today, can you take a look, everybody? Take a look at the chart right now. What do you see? Something incredible? Do you notice that last Friday, the closing of gold is below the cage support level? Do you notice that? Last Friday, I already told you guys that I mentioned to you guys that now you can see on the chart right now, last Friday, the gold closing price is below the cage support level. Can you see that? So that means that today, the gold will go down below yesterday's low. So yesterday's low was 1823. So from the chart from last Friday, we already know that today gold will come down. Yeah, you see, that is the proof part itself. The system is so powerful. If you just believe in it itself, right? You can wait for it to happen and you just trigger down. So that's why now this morning gold came off. It's as simple as that. You just need the system, my friends. The cage, the KSI, the KCX, everything is all important. And that's the reason why you're paying for that. Think about this, paying $96 for 1 month. How much money can you make in a single day? Think about this, my friends. Think about this, okay? All right, so last Friday, you can see gold really, once it hit the pivot one, stay below, bang, came down, hovers at OP. Now, this is what I meant by technical support. You see that? Now, OP was this is OP on last Friday, and you can see that the market really stays above it. All right, superb. But the moment it closed below, the so-called technical point, bang, it came down. So that's why I'm telling you this. This works the same way like MA30. The market have been using it as a freaking good support, and everybody believe in that. And when everybody believes in that, the opposite will always happen at one point when the volume, when the people, sentiment is all there. So you tell about it, you tell the millennials right now to be careful. They will not understand because they have never met the tiger before. It's like the kitten have never met the tiger before and will call the tiger dead. So that is my point here. This is what am I saying right now, guys. I know that by saying this, it may not be nice on a Monday morning, but again, I'm not going to lie to you, okay? You just think about it yourself, okay? So that is the gold chart on last Friday as a recap. So for today, you can see, look at it, my friends, the MA30 has crossed below the MA200. And when that happened itself, that means this is a death cross, okay? It's a death cross. Now, of course, this is my personal death cross. Death cross is usually using 50 or 200 and stuff like that. Anyway, it doesn't matter really. To me itself, I can put a vertical line right here to tell me that this is the point, the market crossed below, and therefore, right, today there will be selling, and indeed it happens. Do you know why just now suddenly there's so much selling in the market? Because the market basically accelerated the selling. Let me just show it to you, okay? I take the low on this point here. This is really a vital low. Recently, right, a vital low. If I change it to 15-minute chart, right, you can see probably that this is why all the stops got triggered. You see, the stops got triggered. It triggered the stops. That's why the market bang came down all the way. Because traditional trader who bought gold recently, they will put their stop loss here. Right, definitely. They won't put it here. It's too far away. So putting here will be a very comfortable level. So if you actually saw the cage support level being, the market closed below the cage support level on last Friday, and you know that there is a conventional stop loss where traders will put, of course, the market will smash it. Okay, that is right. This is all trigger. This is not selling. This is basically triggering. Yeah, triggering. Very clear. Right, guys? See, that is how you combine the both system together, conventional and the chart of our own. Okay, so that is a very clear telltale signal. So I'm telling you guys, be careful. Gold has the potential to travel down further. Okay. Now, of course, I already tell you guys, if ever gold really go crazy and ballistic, come down to touch my blue line, I will definitely be buying some gold. All right, guys. So this is something that I want to share with you. Hope that you actually will enjoy this. Okay, weekly chart on gold. Well, you can see that already, right? 1762 seem to be the next level to go based on mathematic formula. Okay, every 5%, 5%, 5%, 5%. Okay. All right, so that is the conventional gold. Let's look at our own gold. Oh, okay, interesting. Now, this morning, gold opens between the pivot 1 and pivot 2. So if the gold break below 1818, there will be some selling, but at 114, there's a KCV right there. So that's why gold, when it reached down, it broke below pivot 2, bang, it came down very fast. Okay, but once again, because of light volume today, gold went up. So this is more like clearing stops. Now, but do note the KSI is still red in color. Okay, so traders, you need to be very careful. FYI, the KCX has blinked, but it doesn't mean that the market is going to go up. It means that, right, sooner or later, there will be a temporary bottom out soon. So traders who are buying gold or want to buy gold can be on a standby. All right, I think that I text to 3G group this morning. Okay, so that's why today for gold, if it goes down below 1818 again, there will be another round of selling. So traders can buy 1818. If the gold stays above 1818, then you're fine. Okay, upside for gold today, a bit tough, but it's all possible. 1848 is the level to watch out for gold if it goes up. All right, 1848. Okay, all right, so that is that. Okay, so let me just show to you incredibly the 15-minute chart on our own. See that? Bang, he came down, smashed KTR -1, -2, then rebounded, -3, sorry, rebounded strongly. All right, very incredible. Jeez. All right, guys, so be very careful on that. Okay, FYI, the one that the cage support level, right, that one I'm saying is only doable and workable for what market? It's only for, yeah, day chart, not for the intraday chart stuff. Okay, don't get confused. Okay, so that is the goal for you today. Crude oil. Now, crude oil on Friday reverse. I told you guys crude oil will pull back and did it reverse. At this moment now, it seems to be coming down towards the MA 30. So I'm going to put my line here and I'm going to say up front here, if the crude oil pulls back, expected, okay, crude oil to have some support at $50 area. So crude oil to see some support at $50.18 for at least for today is pretty high. So again, the last time when crude oil hit the MA30, bang, it recovered. So now this is a little tip for you guys. If crude oil do come down to this point here and stabilize, okay, and recover, then the Dow Jones, the Nasdaq, the S&P 500 will likely do the same, and of course, gold will also do the same. So this crude oil will be very indicative. Okay, if crude oil goes and touch this MA30 any of the next few days and get supported, likely the equity market will also get some support. But on the flip note, if the market breaches below the MA30, serious trouble will be across the board. Okay, you heard me, guys? This is very critical. All right, very critical. So be careful on this, traders. This is going to be a very good week for us if you capture it properly. All right. Okay, so that will be the oil market. And then, of course, I need to do a little bit more sharing. Here is our beautiful Bitcoin. Now, this is what happened on last Sunday, yesterday, with today's Bitcoin. All right. So you can see that every time when the KCX blink at the bottom, look out for CCRY positioning. And of course, the last Friday, Sunday, yesterday, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 trades were available, 2 losses, 4 wins. Okay, when you say look at it, when the losses itself, you cut loss pretty fast based on the stop loss, right? But the wins are usually much more extended. Normally, the wins about 2x's to 3x's. So you do the maths here. If you win more of the time and then your x's is more, it makes a lot of sense. So which means that if you do 6 trades and 2 losses, we lose 1x. But the wins, you go for 2x minimum, you do the maths. The answer is profitable almost every day. Okay, that's why we are going to introduce this to you to test it out. Do use it, because if not, then by next month, you may not have it anymore. So traders, do use it wisely, of course, okay? All right, so let's look at live at the Bitcoin right now before we end today's session. But don't forget, there's a very special chart I'll show to you, so don't leave, okay? If you leave, then too bad. Okay, look at today's day chart right now. This is the day chart that I had for you. This is just conventional drawing. I can take this away because it's going to be confusing here. Okay, let me just get this away from you guys. See? Okay, here we go. All right, so for today itself, right, the opening price is above pivot 1. So in short, if the market stays above OP for Bitcoin to buy, it'll be better. But if not, now it's below OP, then if you do the quick trading on the 5-minute chart, go fast. Okay, now KSI has already turned red for the last 7 days. Not a good sign. KCB are already at the bottom, FYI, but the bottom, look at the KCX, is still very bullish. So if any time the blue bar do extended down and sell, right, that means there'll be some selling in the market. Okay, all right, so this is something that you must take note of that. Okay, so for today's the M5 chart, let's take a look right now. M5 chart. Well, at the moment now, if you do Bitcoin trading, you'll be caught this morning. There's some selling, but I haven't hit the stop loss yet. So let's see whether this wave here itself can push the Bitcoin higher. Let's look at it later on. Okay, that will be Bitcoin. Now for Ethereum, all right, Ethereum, just a quick one on Ethereum. Look at the chart right now. This Ethereum today got no pivot. Is it so? Let me just double check on this. Yeah, no pivot, apparently. Okay, no pivot today. Let me just confirm this one more time. Yeah, indeed, today no pivot. Okay, no pivot, then the OP will be the guardians of it. So if the Ethereum do close below the support level on the cage level here, that is 1151. Be careful, there might be some selling coming up. Okay, no worries, go ahead. If you need to go, no worries. Okay, today a bit longer than normal, right? Apologize on that. Okay, right. So before you go, I told you guys that I'll be something for you. Look at this. Okay, this is very, very important. Now, do put the NASDAQ onto the monthly chart. Okay, monthly chart. And then after that, right, you take this moving average. I'll show this one. This is a bit different. Now, this is a bit different. This is the 5-day, 5-period, zero shift exponential. Now, this is why I use it, because apparently I went through some YouTuber. They use this and then they explain this. I think it's quite interesting. So I share this with you for free. You look at it now, guys. Every time the market on the month-to-month basis will basically close or trades near to the MA line itself. Can you see that? Right, almost every time. Almost every time. If the market get too far extended away, the next month there will be a pullback to rejoin or retest. Can you see that? If we get too far away, it will retest eventually. So of course, this is not going to be a very good indication, because when the market is bullish, it can go crazy and extend it before it retests. So of course, that's why this is not a very, very indicative indicator. But of course, if let's say it happens, then we are now way away, we are way off from the current MA level, right? So this one for the NASDAQ is at 12184. So NASDAQ now is 500 points away from the usual MA level. So that means that if the NASDAQ, if to pull back this month, NASDAQ may have to come down all the way to 12,200 level for it to really kiss the MA and continue this right up. So can this be used on Dow Jones? It can be used. You can see that it can be used. So if it deviated too far away, it will come back up again. So that's why it's pretty good and very interesting. So when it deviated too far away, it will return back. So if let's say for some crazy reason the Dow breaks down, you will know that where is a fair assessment for the Dow to recover, at least on the technical ground itself. Okay, guys, pretty cool, right? So play with it on your own, enjoy it. Use the monthly chart. Okay. Anyway, remember this is just only extra sharing for today, and I wish you all the best in your trading career from today onwards. All right. So be so happy that when people look at you, they become happy. Now, when I saw this quote, is anonymous, so there's no person saying this, but the first thing that comes to my mind is this baby. I love this baby. Anyone know this baby came from which cartoon or which children's show? Anybody? Anybody knows this? This baby, whenever I look at it, so it makes me happy. Yes, some Teletubbies. Yes, I really love it. I hate the character, sorry, but I love this baby. Whenever this baby giggles only, it makes my life happy. Yeah, all right, guys, thank you so much for today. I hope you enjoyed today's sharing. All right, tomorrow, the market, US market is closed today, right? So will there be an MAO tomorrow? FYI itself, right? I will let you know tomorrow. Okay, seriously, I may not have MAO tomorrow because no US market, no point to have MAO. Okay. All right, guys, enjoy yourself. Take care. Cool. Great childhood. Okay, bye-bye.